People jumping in. We're live on Facebook. Today we've got the amazing Jeff Pftizer. Jeff, I found a t-shirt at Target that said the man, the myth, the legend. I was like, this is hilarious. And I might get that for you, dude. Just so you know, because it's so good.
I will wear it everywhere.
It's all right. I'm going to go get it.
Actually, no, I take that back. I'm just going to wear it at home when I'm with my wife.
That's perfect.
Just to mess with her.
That's even better. Well, today we're going to be talking about leveraging virtual assistants, because Jeff and I both have virtual assistants when it comes to social media, copywriting, video editing, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Today, though, we want to talk about social media. We want to talk about getting a virtual assistant, how we use them, and why they make such a big difference. Jeff, how long have you been using a virtual assistant for, specifically just for social, man?
Started about, what was it, beginning of or end of 19, beginning of 20. So almost 2 years.
All right, cool. And wait, who was it? What was June. Nice. I knew it was June. I forgot. Can't believe it. Mm-hmm. All right. So what did you have her do first?
It started with, so my original intent was to grow and make my Instagram page more consistent, more aesthetically pleasing, and also aesthetically consistent, and really just fill the gaps, because I'm a consistent poster anyway, but I needed more. I'm good at posting authentic personal content. I needed somebody to be consistent with my business content. And she helped fill that gap. And she's just taken on more and more and more as time has gone on. But that's what she started doing.
Did you have a presence at all on Instagram before that?
It was just getting started. And I probably had, so it's funny, and it's a good story, I think, for the audience, is that originally so I had probably 1,000 to 2,000 followers organically, was starting to gain traction, got connected to some guys that wanted to, that convinced me that I should buy followers, and I bought it, and it was really stupid. And I did that for less than a year, maybe 10 months or so. And, at first I wasn't sure. I was just trusting the experts who I thought were the experts, and turns out they were wrong. And honestly, I've spent the last year and a half trying to recover from that, because you end up losing most of those followers. They're nonsense. And this wasn't like followers from India or Brazil or something like that. These were American followers by and large, but they were following to get something for free. They were following because an influencer told them to follow. Yep. They're not intentional followers. And so I've spent the last year and a half just kind of holding serve, which really is a victory for me, because it means I'm gaining followers, but they're just I'm washing out the crap. And so I've been hovering at 17,000 followers now for about 2 years.
So I got you right here. So tell me, did your virtual assistant create these little tabs?
Yeah.
All right, what is it that she does here that I'm looking at? Is it
all that stuff? Yeah. All of the clean looking stuff. You can pretty much tell what's me and what's her. So
what is her? Just so I know.
Those everything. So the two left columns.
These?
So those two. Yep. Then 6 tips for growing Instagram. Consider a new paint job. So what she did was she helped me dial in on my pillars of content, which are personal, which she can't help me there, video and social, and then mortgage and real estate. And so she really focuses on mortgage and real estate and video and social.
Okay. So then does she also, let me go back. Does she also edit these? Because I noticed you have a little reel here.
No, that's another VA, actually.
Okay. So you've got another VA that edits the videos that you do. And where do they get the content from?
I create the content. So I do my own content, my own scripting. I shoot my own videos, and then I send them off to him to just make them, sexier, prettier, better.
All right. So if your VA is if June is creating these, right? I see, actually, she's creating a lot of this.
Yeah.
Where does she get the information from? And how do you make sure that it's on point with your brand?
So it started with a lot of collaboration in the beginning. It was her and I talking, me sending her ideas, me sending her examples. And a lot of this stuff I was doing, but not with a consistent aesthetic look. I was just creating it on my own or, whatever. And she's like, no, we got to have colors. We've got to include a logo, and it's got to be consistent. And that's where she came up with the blue and the yellow. And yeah, we just kind of ran with it. And so what ended up happening was after about, I don't know, 90 days, June's really sharp. You know June well.
Yeah.
Once she figured me out, it was one of those things where it was just an evolution of, all right, I don't need you to tell me what to post anymore. I got you. And now she just runs with it. And honestly, gosh, almost never do I have to say, ooh, that was bad. Take that down. It happened a lot in the beginning as we were learning each other. And maybe there was a typo or something like that. And I was really hawking her. Now, honestly, she hawks me. It's reversed.
That's so true. All right. So tell me about that, because I think that's one thing that most people that hire any VA do, right? They hover over, but some never stop the hovering and never allow for the growth. Tell me about that progression for you.
Well, I mean, it's the same, even, with business. You always have to micromanage as you're grooming someone, right? It takes time. And that's why a lot of people fail at it. Either one, they don't hover at all, and that person fails, or they hover forever and they never get out of the business, which was the whole point of hiring the person in the first place. And so, I take that upon myself. If June failed, it's on me. And so, and in some cases they're just not cut out for it. They're not very good. And June's case, she's great. And it turns out I was able to kind of groom her into exactly what I wanted, which now it's funny. Now she's the one sending me emails saying, I would change this up. I would do this. I would do that. And I love it. It's actually worked out phenomenally.
Dude, it's cool to see the growth too, because I don't think that a lot of us understand that VAs can grow into becoming better than where they started if you just let them, right? And you encourage them. So now I'm going to take a look at your TikTok, because you and I did the 100 video challenge in 30 days. Mm-hmm. And you barely made it. I can't even believe it. I can't believe I'm sitting here with you.
I did barely make it. I'm such a loser.
So tell me about your content here, because dude, 162,000 likes, that's a lot of likes. And some of your content blows up, like this one recently. Who edits this, and who gives you the ideas? Is this just all you?
Vast majority. Yeah. I do post those same videos that you saw on Instagram here. Okay. There's one right there. It's got a red title. I do manage the vast majority of my TikTok. So as you can see, if you scroll out, and part of it is, if you kept scrolling, you would see at one time I had a pattern going of personal, business, video, social. You'd have to scroll for a while because we did those 100. I left it. I vacated it once we did the 100 challenge.
You're like, screw this.
It's right here, right here, right there. Go back up a little bit. See, go back the other way. Go up.
Down?
Up. Yeah.
Oh, up.
Keep going. You'll start to see a pattern. And there was
I see it.
Not yet.
Oh, not that pattern.
Nope. Keep going. You're going the wrong way.
Oh shit. Well, now you tell me.
Sorry. You'll see a pattern on the covers that are red, white, black. Red, white, black. Red, white, black. There it is. There it is.
Black. Got it.
So I was just testing that out for a while. And honestly, I was doing it more for my own accountability because I wasn't creating enough business content and I wanted to. So it held myself accountable. I vacated it last month for obvious reasons. But what I've kind of learned with TikTok, which is completely different than Instagram, is that, I think it's just all about giving the audience what they want and then sprinkling in what you do, because they're the odds of them then seeing it. So if you look at my TikTok, you'll see that the videos that do well are pretty much Lake of the Ozarks content. And, every once in a while, something personal, but by and large, it's all that. And then anything business related gets anywhere from 2 to 100 to 1,000 views, but that's 200 to 1,000. So they don't go viral, but they're getting seen. And that's kind of the name of the game as far as I'm concerned. I also use TikTok as a creation platform. So a lot of that stuff I create, I post there, and then I multi-purpose it back. So I post I've been posting all my stuff to YouTube Shorts, which is helping my YouTube channel grow.
Are you posting it?
No, that video editor is.
All right, so hold on, because I popped that open earlier to take a look on yours specifically. And here we go. Who's creating the covers? Because I love the covers.
That's the VA.
Oh, and it goes with your colors, yellow and blue.
Yeah, correct. We just, by the way, that was a June change. She's like, hey, you need to make your YouTube channel consistent.
She's like, yo, you're kind of sucking.
Yeah.
Let me help you. Yeah. I love that.
Yep.
So this one got a lot of views though, dude, on YouTube Shorts. And you're just uploading them?
Yeah, we're just taking them. We've got a little cadence. So I think we're doing 5 a week, but I've got, 700, 800 TikToks. We've got content for a long time. Actually, go down there. There's one with 1,300. If you notice, all of my YouTube videos that get any action are all shorts.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Here's another 700.
Yeah.
Here's one for 600, 720. Dude, a lot of these shorts are picking up. It looks like every 5 or 6 get really good views.
And it's actually gaining me. YouTube is not my priority, but I create so much content. It's like, why wouldn't I maintain a page? Clearly.
Well, that's where we need help as just business people. We do create the content in usually one platform, but it stays there, right? So take me through the process of what your social media person does and what your editor does, both VAs, to be able to put it out everywhere. Take me through that.
Well, so June is so she's Instagram and Facebook. So she just connects those. She's not really doing anything on Facebook. She just connected them. So that way, everything she posts automatically goes over to my fan page on Facebook, which just creates a consistent presence there. Okay. So she's all Instagram. And then Billy is video editing and YouTube.
Got it. And that's it.
Yes, other than the VAs that we have for Drunk on Social.
Who pulls the TikTok videos and then puts them in? Oh, wait, Billy. Perfect. Yeah. Dude. All right. So
and I will say this. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say about this, but the value, first of all, these people are freaking amazing. They're doing amazing work. The cost that I would pay if I did that locally is I almost feel bad. And it's funny story. This morning, Billy sent me a video, a recent one that he edited, literally it's today. And he did it 2 different ways, one for YouTube, one for Instagram, because June had said, hey, you need to make the text that pops up smaller because you're not seeing it on Reels or on Instagram. And so he's like, I'm just going to make you 2 versions. And I said, that's cool, but I really don't want to pay for 2 videos. His response was, bro, you have done so much for me. Just in this last month, I've been able to buy my wife a new laptop. For now, she can work from home, and I'm able to pay for my kids' education. He's like, you do so much for me. And I'm sitting here thinking, this is such a freaking discount. And it's amazing. like the impact that we're having on each other's on me, on his life, and him on the business. And we both feel like we're getting a hell of a deal. It's like, I don't know. I wish I had found VAs years ago.
That's interesting, dude. I like that. Yeah. You know what? I feel the same way when it comes to, I wish I would have been able to work with VAs better earlier, because I did use them at an early stage, but I screwed the crap out of that. Right. Yeah. I didn't have duties and tasks. That's why I love working with a company that has those duties and tasks outlined. Right. It really helps out because sometimes we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah. If you don't want to spend a lot of time training, that's a big reason. And I don't think most of us are cut out. Most of us aren't good at training, our own Americans here that are sitting right next to us. And so why would you want to do that with somebody who's, light years away?
No, very true. All right. Who are you hiring next, or who are you looking to hire next in your staff?
In the VA world?
Locally or VA, dude. I want to know.
Well, the VA is a constant, so we've got, for anybody who doesn't know, we've got a manager, a business manager, an ops manager, and she does an amazing job of holding us accountable. Another thing I will say is these people, the VAs that we have working for us they are such hard workers, every single one of them. I feel like they're perpetually available because, they start their day at like midnight their time, which is insane, but they're used to it, right? And because again, I guess we're creating massive opportunity for them, and they are just, I mean, it, Tristan. It's like they're always on call. You almost feel bad, like you have to text, like, "Hey, don't reply until later," right?
That's true. That's
And
true.
and so, I mean, to answer your question, we've got an ops manager who's phenomenal. She does a phenomenal job. She's doing, our business would have sunk months ago if it wasn't for
Dude, that's true. That's
and then we've got we've got a copywriter now who's helping us create blogs, which again, something we wouldn't have time to do. And now we've got another video editor who's taking all of this stuff that we're creating and creating micro content out of it. And I might even be forgetting someone.
Dude, hold on. I totally forgot that we had a copywriter.
That's Migs.
Oh crap. I have to show that because people would wonder, how good can the copywriter be, right? Let me show you. By the way, this is being recorded. It'll go on the YouTube channel. I just put up the link there. Let me show you this is what they created, right? Our VA team, Jeff's VA team here. They created drunkonsocial.com. That we didn't do anything. I think we just gave them an idea.
We just advise.
Yeah. This is always changing. And then we're, by the way, Twitter challenge. If you're not going to do when's your Twitter challenge, Jeff?
Tomorrow.
What are you doing?
100 tweets in one day.
That's going to be fun.
I'm really excited about it. Can you sense the
Dude, this is the cool part. They write the blogs and they get the information that's pertinent from just the social outlets, right? So Facebook, TikTok, more Facebook, Twitter, blogging, all this stuff is done by them, right? And their English is absolutely amazing, right? Migs is the one that runs this for Jeff. And damn, I'm impressed, dude. I'm happy with this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, and it's the same thing, like at first you've got to really review and make sure that he does a good job and he's eloquent and he speaks correct grammatically and things like that. But once you go through a few and they're golden, it's like, you just let them run with it. And now, and the extent of what we have to do, or I have to do, is just send them ideas. Hey, here's another article. Here's news, write something about it. And that's what he does. And it's so awesome.
Dude, I'm just looking at the categories here, right here. I didn't realize this.
Isn't that cool?
That's really cool. So, and this was just launched, 2 weeks ago or so? 3 weeks
Something
ago?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome to have that. So, dude, who are you hiring next?
Actually, probably someone local. And I've been talking about this for a while and I just haven't gotten around to it, but I need somebody who can help me multiply my content. And it needs to be
that. What would that look like?
Well, you think D-Rock, right? So if you're not familiar with Gary Vee,
got it.
Really D-Rock was probably the defining person that helped really take Gary Vee to new levels. And, I spend a lot of time creating content and I like doing it, but at the same time, sometimes I got to sit back and say, is this the best use of my time? Or do I just want more of my time back? And I'm getting to that point where I know I'm already very visible. And a lot of people say that we see you everywhere, you're omnipresent, blah, blah, blah. But I don't feel like it's enough. I want to 5X that. And so really what I want somebody to do who just follows me around. He's not a professional videographer, somebody taking cell phone video, because we'll have professional videographers, but somebody who will do one of two things, primarily, probably multiple things. One is create content. So follow me around when I go to events, when I go to functions, when I go do whatever, just follow me around, create content for me. And then 2, distribution. I need to be better at distributing across the channels. I do a pretty good job of it, but there's many times where life just gets busy. And I forget that video that I just created would have been great on every channel, including LinkedIn. And I forget to do that sometimes. Yeah. And Twitter, it's another example. So I really want somebody for distribution. I want somebody I want to get to Gary Vee level where I'm posting maybe not 7 times a day, but 3 to 5 across various channels and groups and things like that.
What did D-Rock tell us?
Oh gosh, it's like
200 posts a day.
No, it's like I want to say it's
No,
Well, they got a team of 30 or 40, and they assign these people to each platform. So there's groups of people that just work on LinkedIn, that just work on, I'm not there. I'm going to have one person for all of them. So again, you got to,
Jeff, what do you envision this person doing when you're not going out, when you're at home? Are they going to be at home with you?
In some cases, yes. In some cases, I think they're going to spend a day or a part of a day with me, just videoing a bunch of stuff. And then they're going to spend the next day or two editing that stuff, and then taking this sort of thing and cutting it up into micro content, which means they're going to be spending a lot of time watching 30-minute, 60-minute videos, and then taking out those bite-sized pieces, just like what Gary Vee does, and then mass.
All right. So in-house person. And then what about your next VA?
Probably, I think it's going to be maybe a graphic designer.
Okay.
But possibly an ads manager.
Oh, like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and like
TikTok.
Our friend. Oh, TikTok. And dude, come on. Ken Posick just shot over Hulu.
Yeah.
Right. So all ads.
Correct. Yeah. The one thing I'll say about VAs that I think the one thing you have to be careful with is not having a VA be you. In other words, logging into your social media, posting on your behalf. They have to use a third-party service. Mm-hmm. So in order to have a D-Rock, it's got to be local, because they literally are going to log into your social media channels.
True.
And so if they're doing that from the Philippines, for example, Facebook or Instagram will deem that as you've been hacked, and they'll shut your account down. Sometimes and so that's the only thing you've got to be very careful of when it comes to VAs.
Yeah, that's why we love that they create the content, send it to us, and we post it, right? Yep. And in some cases, they can use a third-party app like Buffer or Hootsuite, and they can post through that, or even through the back end of Facebook still. Mm-hmm. But in some cases, just that's a really good point. Sometimes Facebook says, wait a second, did you just get hacked?
Yeah.
So be aware of it.
And it's a pain in the ass when you get shut down. If anybody's ever been shut down, it's really, and usually you get shut down when you've got all this momentum. It's never it's always the worst time.
True, man. True. All right, Jeff, how do people find you? Where do they follow you?
See my name on the screen?
No, I don't. Oh, Jeff.
It's that on every channel. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, Jeff Pftizer. You can't not find me.
Where do you have more fun? On what platform?
I spend the most time on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, really?
So I like when you think about, okay, I'm going to go check social, I go to Instagram number one, because that's to me, the future of social media is Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. They're going to be duking it out for the years to come. They're going to be evolving fast. And Facebook groups are the best place that I have, in tune audiences. So I spend a lot of time in Facebook groups. I don't spend much time on my personal Facebook page, just groups. So I spend most time on Instagram and Facebook. I go to be entertained on TikTok, and I post a lot to TikTok, but I try not to get sucked into the rabbit hole unless I'm literally looking to be just kill time. And then it's the best place to kill time.
All right. So we'll follow you on Instagram. All right. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, everybody. This is recorded on the YouTube channel for Virtudesk. And of course, if you need a VA, go to Virtudesk. You got a question from Anita. Hi, Jeff. Does all this social media create money? What a great question, Anita.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal question. And so I'll answer it two ways. One, I've been we've run a mortgage branch. I've been in the business for 20 something years and had a large team for many of those years. That team is multiplied by about 4x. And I'm talking from about 30-ish employees to over 120 in the last 3 years. I started doing video and social at a high level consistently 5-6 years ago. It took about 2 to 3 years for it to really take hold. And our business has gone from, we had our best year in 2019, 800 something units for 135 million. And then we just hockey sticked grew in 2020. We did 380 million for 1,700 units. This year, we're on pace to do between 2,200 and 2,300 units for over 575 million. And honestly, Anita, if you'd asked me 3-4 years ago, I would have said my goal is to get to 200 million. Like that's my goal. And I think that's a really lofty goal. And that's where I hope to go. Now, today, because of video and social, I'm saying, why can't we hit 1 billion? And it's insane. And this just happened yesterday. Tristan knows this. I met with the company. I won't say any details other than that. I was offered a multiple 7-figure offer to come to their company.
And how did they notice you?
Correct. A 100% through social media. It's because of my presence. And so we met locally. The guy's not from here. He happened to be in town. Somebody asked me as a favor to meet him. And he said, he basically said it without saying it. He stalked me before he got to the meeting and he was blown away. And that's because I've spent years now building a consistent brand. Now, all of a sudden, my value is just through the roof. And you got to quantify and figure out how this works and applies to your business. But you ask my 2 partners, they'll tell you 100% it's because of Jeff's social and video is the reason why we've grown the way we have. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to.
Yep. And the way to be able to leverage it, hire talented people.
Yeah.
All the time.
The units I refer to are mortgage units.
Yeah.
VAs are mostly full-time.
Yeah. We don't usually do part-time.
Yeah. And honestly though, it's full-time. And then I get the bill every month and I'm like, is that it? Holy cow.
That's true. I look at it and I'm like,
every month
I get both bills, right? The in-house and VA. So
yeah.
Great point, Jeff. Jeff, thanks for being on. Again, if you need a virtual assistant, go to Virtudesk. Just message me, message Jeff, follow Jeff. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
I just had a great conversation with Pavel about creating content to scale your business.
Click the link, check it out. Click the link below. Again, I highly endorse Virtudesk. If you're going to save time, money, and resources, click the link down below.
Click on the link down below.
How to make your brand stand out in the real estate industry.